It truly is amazing how fast our life can change. One day we're shopping, hanging out with our friends, have a good job, planning for the future, and then instantly our world is turned upside down. Now we're living in a twilight zone. It's not funny, but it's kind of true. I'm sure there's a lot of people who feel like this, but you know what? You're not alone. This has hit the world. I mean, this has been a global catastrophe. Families of all tribes and nations are feeling the pain. All cities around the world are devastated in some way by this particular event we're going through. But there's one city I wanted to point out that something could happen to it in the future. And that city is New York. When we see New York, we know it's the poster child for this disaster. We see that it is the epicenter of the United States. We've seen the pictures, we see the body bags, we see the trauma. It's bad. But you know who also knows how traumatizing the situation is? New Yorkers. New Yorkers have been put through the grinder. Every day, as they're sitting in their homes, they are bombarded by nightmarish scenarios across the news broadcast, seeing all sorts of Armageddon-like news coming out and numbers as they sit in their homes. You don't think this affects them? It does. It wears on them. So, in the future, if they open up in New York City, they have a lull in the virus. They have just a pause enough to get the city opened up partially. We could see the biggest mass exodus out of New York City we ever seen. Because I'm going to give you two reasons why this could be happening. Why this could happen. First of all, there's no cure. There's no cure. And it's not going to be something they're going to have right away. So that future looks bleak for them. Another future that looks bleak for New York is New York doesn't want to go through this again. They do not want to live with this noose around their neck or be quarantined in the instant in their home as they wait. They don't. When the epidemic was at its peak, they were literally running from New York then. Can you imagine now when everything's lifted? Are they going to want to stay? And could we blame them for leaving? No. New York could see the biggest mass exodus we have ever seen. And this could have a detrimental effect on not only New York economy, but also our country as a whole economy. Because it will be a shifting of population. It has happened it has happened in the past. But right now, with all this uncertainty, we don't know where this is going to lead. So let's keep an eye out on New York, on what can happen, and whether the people are going to make a run for it, or is the government in some way have to make some incentive for them to stay? We will see.